はい、ごまです。ファイナルファンタジー16続きをやっていきます。めんぬこ。
That night 5 years ago, we destroyed what for many was a symbol of hope. For a reason they'll never know.
ここを自由に船
We
で
cannot
乗り
blame them for
回してみ
thinking
た
us
かっ
the
たな。
cause of their misery. Though it's to give them a better tomorrow, they see only that we've made their lives harder today.
クライブ君の剣っていつもピカ
Yet
ピ
the
カ。
boil must be lanced if it is to heal.
I can't help but wonder if we've made the right choice.
When Sid said that he wanted to create a world where we were free to choose our own path, I honestly don't think it mattered to him if that choice was right or wrong. Only that it was our own.
I miss him.
A world where we can live and die as equals. That's what he wanted. What we want. And that's why I bear his name. It's why we've all chosen to bear his legacy.
クライブ君。
And
クライブ君の年の取り方に比べてジルが
stand in our way.
全く変わらないのは。
Rides over lovebirds, home sweet
やっぱ
home.
り女子は年取らんのね。うわ、かっこいい。これがね、空飛ぶと思ったんだよね、最初。いつか飛ぶんだって思ってた。これ飛ばしたかったなぁ。
Otto was asking after you. Let's go and see him.
はーい。
Never a dull moment.
Last I saw,
Hi,
he
hi.
was in the mess, as always.
Welcome back, Sid.
こういう隠れ家的なものってちょっとワクワクする。
Otto will want to know what happened in Cosness. I expect he'll be in the mess.
Again? I seen schoolboys swing harder.
いいなぁ。こういうのちょっと参加してみたかったの。あれ本物の剣じゃない？木刀とかじゃないの？やばくないっすか？まあ、木刀でもね、本気で切られたら結構大怪我すると思うけど。
Is everything all right?
うん、まあね、うまくいったって言えばうまくいったけど、ジルのフラストレーションがだいぶ溜まったよ。
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
まあね。
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. and I'm sure she has her reasons.
あら、今ダメ？
Have you finished
あ
sorting
ら、
those
もうお
reports
話中
yet?
か。
All operations are suspended until further notice.
あ、ちょっと待ってね。ちょっと、ビビアンの部屋の観察。大陸協約っていうのがクセモノなんだね。これで、ベアラーは人にあらずという取り決めがしてあるんだよね。
I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission?
お、
I'm
こんな
beginning
声
to
なの
think your
か、ビ
habit
ビア
of
ン。
surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here? Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even. Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
ネタバレになるけど、マザークリスタルはアルテマが自分が必要な分だけエーテルを取ろうとして配置してるもので、マザークリスタルがエーテルを大地から吸い上げることで黒の大地が広がってるって思うんだけど、アルテマは人間が自分たちの手で黒を生じさせたとかってラストら辺で言ってて、結局アルテマがマザークリスタルで エーテル吸い上げるから黒の大地が広がってるんじゃんと思ってたけど、あれはアルテマが吸い上げてる分ぐらいは黒を生じさせるほどの量ではないということかな。人間がクリスタルをガンガン使わなかったら、あんなに黒の一帯は広がってないとアルテマは言ってるってことなのかね。これがね、微妙によくわからないんだよな。これ買っとくか。つけないけど。あら、これ売り切れにならないってことは。この辺いらないんだけど。あ。まあ、アルテマが本当のこと言ってるとも限らんしね。
Clive, what do you want?
アルテマが言ってる人の罪ってのがいまいちピンとこないんだよな。特に関係ないよね。特に、もう強化とかは3周目だとあんまり関係ないはずだよね。作ったら。
My best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later.
使わないけどね。作れるものって、
And?
ここって何なんだろう。前回も2周目も最後までここは出てこなかったな。調べればわかるかもしらんけど、ネットで。
Norseman Harpocrates.
That is a name I have not heard for a long time.
アルポクラテスの発音が良すぎて聞き取れない。
Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
Already? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts,
子供
though.
たち。
Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
あ、クライブ君の表情がすでに柔らかい。ほんと子供好きだな。
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them.
ちっちゃいものが好きなのかな、クライブ君は。
Titan took much from us that night. From some more than others. And the wounds that remain. They are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
なんかベッドで眠るモーションとかあったらいいよな。一休みするみたいな。お、僕一休みする間もなくね、いろんなことしてるんだね。
It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a stolus. All right, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the Tavern Crown for me. Still smitten with the serving girl, are you?
ああ、あの酒屋のおかみ、人気なんだね。
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav.
はい。
Left it on your desk.
ちょっと待ってね。あ、思い出がまだ1個しかない。これね、ガブが命がけで持ち出してる。ねえ、ガブはあの状況でこれをどういう気持ちで持ち出したんだろう。
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance, the one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance.
It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals.
二人だけで誓うんだね。
To Sid.
フェニックスの羽をクライブ君がずっと5年間お守りのように持ってるっていうなかなか泣かせる感じで。
So the North is lost.
I knew that the blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
どうしてもなぜジョシュア君たちは途中から変装しなくなったんだろう。
Master Clive, a moment if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well. What would make Martha leave the rest? What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip round the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. She's fallen into the hands of the Empire. We could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
うん。まあ、とりあえずマーさんのところに行こうかな。一周目は、この物語、やたら人が死んでいくからマーサが死ぬんじゃないかと思って焦ったけど。ね、これもしてあげたいけど、普通この状況ではまずマーサのとこ行くよね。効率重視で、今受注しといてもいいんだけど。
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the abbey sheltering Martha's
parents. 堕落の門とか悲しみの入り江とか。ネーミングがする。
You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
What are you after?
There
you go. Thanks very much. Take care out there, eh?
悲しみの入り江が、どこだ？こっちか。あ、一応合ってる。
Oi, look sharp! Hey? What? Good to see you, Sid. The soldiers who did this are long gone, I'm afraid. We're doing what we can to treat the wounded.
よろしく。どうした君は。トルがついてきてる。あ、来てる。
If those Orsons touch an arrow on Martha's head.
Up ahead.
おお、早速行ったじゃん。
Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. when the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials, distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
なんか変な表情。
Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one order of shields in Rosaria, and they have to defend all her citizens.
It seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
You'll fit it.
2ギル。あ、10ギルだ。ラッキー。みんな足が速いよな。ここは墓だ。お墓だ。おお。
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
石化してる、ちょっとずつ。
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
横暴なザンブレクフィン。
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
こっちは黒騎士じゃない。あ、後ろから来た。
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
お。マジックバーストの暴発癖をどうにかしたいの。
Is that all of them?
マジックバーストじゃないの。バーニングブレードか。なんか不思議な表情して。
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
みんな大変かわいそうなことになって。
The abbot.
優しい神父さんね。
The bearers died protecting him, calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
唯一の生存者もいなくなっちゃった。
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Yeah, こうして弔ってあげることぐらいしかやれることはないんだな。 で、最初に会うリスキーモブがこの方。アールマン。一周目の時油断しててめちゃめちゃ普通に殺されちゃった。あ、死の宣告もらっちゃった。あ、間違えた。あ、いな。ああ、素早いなぁ。あ、いなくなった。しっかりされてますね。お、プレイが。あ、つけられちゃうんだね、これ。よし。なんかね、C の割には結構技も多彩で強い子。
You didn't see that coming.
2周目はベアラーたちの弔いをしに行く途中で死んでしまうっていう悲しい話になってしまった。
That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
あ、来た。ロザリアの心。きっとあれはそう。あちこぼがないと不便だよな。この人の声がぴったりだ。日本語版でも合ってたけど。ローワンって言うんだね、この人の名前。
Chocobos.
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos. Fighting bandits.
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now, they're back, looking to settle the score. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry,
You'll know her when you see her, right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo.
1周目の時から最初のところで結構印象に残るシーンがあったから、アンブロシアには。アンブロシアかなーみたいな期待に胸を膨らませてこのクエストをした記憶が。おや？羽。
A white feather.
でっかい。
I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way.
なんか足跡っぽいよ。ついでにこいつらやってこう。
Time to fight.
Ah, 間違えた。あ、間違えてたな、また。あ、のざりあめ心はこっち。おやー。どうか。どうしたトリガル。あっちか。じたじた
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
チョコボアイテム。
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh. おっ。
This one. Arise!
つまり、なんかすごい、エロい声出したな、今。あの巨漢。全然可愛くなかったけど。情けない声が出た。その目のちょっともじもじするんだよ。
Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the
ね、こんな
bastards
危険
then.
な道をよく来たよ、
I
この
knew
人
you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
こいつがね、この後なかなかのグッジョブなんだよね。ね、こんなことまでしてくれるなんて。なんていい人なんだろう。
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry. We'll get along just fine without
この
her.
世界の貨幣価値で言っても1万ギル以上はしそうな
You have fun traveling with your master now.
装備を タダでくれるってすごいよね。
You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my car on the road, didn't you?
この時この人に会った時こんなことまでしてくれるいいやつだとは思わなかったね。
That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh?
ペライ君思い出さない。
The excitement getting to me, silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
ありがとうね。
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
はい。解放された。なんか一周目は、レベル上げもしたかったから、あんまりチョコボ乗らなかったんだよね。2周目の途中ぐらいから、ようやく乗るようになって。今はまあもう、そんなにレベル上げは必要ないから。乗るよ。
Fly, Ambrosia.
あら、間違えた。これが好き。でもあんまりうまくできない。行きたい方角。あんまりね、もうドリフト活用できてない。この辺ってリスキーモブいたっけな。ついでに探してみよう。ここってやばいやばい、こんなことしたら殴られる。やばい、越えられない。越えられない。こっち側だよな。こう回り込むのが正解？違うね。こうで、
Time to fight.
あら、君たちはただの野党？
Straight home now. It's over.
寄ってたかって。ここに、なんかありましたっけ？何もないだ。まあ、開けた後か。じゃあ帰るか。マサは助けたよと。
Where's Gav?
あ、ちょっと待ってね。先に。 渡し船の修理をしてあげないといけない。
Damn blighted bilge.
早く要件を言え。
Everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry'll keep eating away at the timber like young Tet does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
ここね、そういけるとは思わなかったよね。
Easier than felling a forest, I said. The trees don't have teeth. I can't imagine Obolus needing any more than this. Time to head home.
ここはさらに何かがあったりしないのかな。あ、ごめん、ボトルがある。何もないか。ふう。
With that log, so we...
Well, did you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
お、来た。力の勲章。いやー、やってよかった。これだったんだね。クエストで何の報酬があるかいまいち分かってないから、他飛ばせないな。力の勲章めちゃめちゃ欲しかった。
It's all right to touch him.
Back, are ya? What do you want?
Ah, なんだ、力の勲章。まだ1個か。そっか、しょんぼり。早速、何か2つになると思ったのに残念だ。売ってませんか？
Is it business or pleasure?
力の勲章ってもう一周しないと手に入らないかな、もう一個。
Is that all?
そうか、そうか。チャネラーイヤリングって買ったっけな。買ったっけ？覚えてないぞ。買ったか覚えてないからね、買ったか。覚えてないからって買うって。めちゃくちゃではあるけど。
What do you need? What do you want?
ですよね。チャネラーイヤリングは、ここに候補にないから、そもそも許可できないのか。あら、無駄に買っちゃったな。まあいいや。よいしょー。ん？あ、ガブと話すだったね。軽い飲み会みたいな感じで。いや、本当にね。マサ本当無事でよかったよ。あらかた曲は持ってる。かっこいい音楽がね、Find the Flame？ あれが欲しいんだよな。ダルメキアに行って抜き。どれにしようかな。ちょっと指導を持って、それにしとこう。あ、待てよ。
You look like you could do with a drink. Honestly, Sid, you're too nice for your own good. Do you hear that, ladies and gents? The next round's courtesy of the realm's most benevolent outlaw. Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So,
フライル
you
君よ
remember
り
how
ガブの
quick the
方が
Empire was to
肉付き
occupy
がい
the
いんだ
Dominion
ね。
after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
この5年間チャンスはなかったんだね。
Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps.
難しいね。
There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
ジルは結構重たい雰囲気なんだな。あとは事務仕事解放ってどういうこと？普通に受け入れてたけど。
What are we waiting for, indeed?
支度をしたら。あ、そうそう。リクイドフレームね。2周目の時めちゃめちゃ苦戦したけど、今大丈夫かな。またひどい目に遭いそう。
So Martha's all right.
What's the matter, Nectar?
こいつをミルクポ。
The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam
そっ
free.
か、この隠れ家になって
Just because
か
they
ら
can't be dealt with when they're
これが
spotted
出てくるんだ。
doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later.
前から見れてる気がしてた。
That what you wanted to know?
そこクポ。あ、そう。かわいいな、動きが。
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment. The people of
手
Valisthea
先
are
と
going
足
through a lot
先どうなっ
already.
てんの？
What with the blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
かわいい。はーい。ああ、見てなかった。ごめんごめん。だいたい場所知ってるよ。
Oh, Clive!
The patron's whisper.
あ、飛ばしちゃっ
Does
た。
that mean someone else is taking care of our friends' donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her
なんか
toll,
全然日
Blackthorn
本語
has
版
his
と
hammer. I thought a
喋
new
り
name
のイ
might
メージ
liven
が違
things
う。
up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any? Come to claim your just desserts?
うん。
All yours.
余ったアビリティポイントが何かに使えるといいよね。
All done?
あざっす。あざっす。
Doesn't sound like anywhere is safe.
ああ、ちょっくら先に場所知ってるから行ってみたいところだけど、もしかして今はポートイゾルテ以外に行けない？あ、そう。行けないんだ。じゃあしょうがないな。一つ受注してから。
I hear there's trouble. Think it's all right?
なんかいっぱい、ああ、実質でね。あんまり隠れ家内をドタバタ走り回ってるのも、なんか、よろしくないけど。そうね。まあ、ロザリアの心とはね、呼ばないけど。このぐらいの速度で歩いてる方がこう雰囲気的にいいんだけど、何せ広いからね。ずっとこんな調子で歩いてたら、仕事が、あ、これは初めて見たかも。そんなことはないか。
But no, here it is. The secret's in the bellows, you know. They're Master Sid's own design.
いちいち魔法使ってたら寿命縮むもんね、君たち。
Back, are ya? What's that for you, dear?
あ、まあいいか、とりあえずこれ作っといて。
You can thank me later. That it? Fine.
しょうがない、走るしかない。コルマックってこの人5年前見たかな。実はどっかにいたのかな。
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martell's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martell apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martell? Today's finally the day.
クライブ君にそんな果物を配らせるなよと思うけど、そんな優しげな声でね、木に語りかけられたら、あのには聞いてあげないわけにはいかなくなっちゃう。しょ
Did you come through the forge today?
遠いのよ。何してる？ああ、面白い。こんな光景があったんだ。
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria. That broom's as ragged as...
よいしょ、やっと着いた。食ってくれ。
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martell.
怖い怖い。果物を運びに来た感じじゃない。
Martell. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
覚えてるんだ
Aye,
ね。
and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid. Them old apples were enough.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
リンゴのような滝のような見方
I
だ
haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, make Martell livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martells, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
でもここの隠れ家の人たちはみんな人格者というか、直接的に宝、隠れ家の、維持とか、 運営に役に立たないことをしてる人も多いだろうに。ね、命がけで戦ってる死の剣の連中とかも、誰も、あんまり役に立ってない仲間に対して、わけのわからんこと言ったりせんもんな。みんな人格者でいいわ。
The Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her? After all these years? I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think? Just look at her. Isn't Martel in fine fettle? And what about young Bohemil here? He's got some work to do if he wants to catch up with his brother Kenneth.
ボフミルさんとケネスさんも死んじゃったんだもんね。ケネスさん死んだの見たけど、ボフミルさんいつ死んだシーン見てないな。いや、とりあえず、先へ進もう。
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
なんでクライブ君はエフリートの権限が今できないんだろうな。
Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
トルガルもね。
Come on.
今思い出した。重大なことを。ここね、せっかくラムーのこれをもらったのに忘れてたよ。いやー、榊のイカズチ入れちゃっていいかな。ここに何入れようかな。 ヒートウェーブをこっちに入れるか。ヒートウェーブを。いや、待て。こっちにヒートウェーブを入れて、ここにスカーレットサイクロンか。せっかくイフリートの力を持ってるわけだからな。たまには使って。エリアルブラスト好きなんだよな。どうしようかな。ガウチをやめるか。転生の炎の代わりにリアルブラストにしてこう。転生の炎強すぎるからな。これで、どうしようかな、これ。まあ、いっか。引き倒してこれでガシャガシャやるっていう。
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
これね。ただ、先に、どうなったっけ。確かね。どこだっけな。この辺だったかな。ここだな。ということは、
Good day to you. Sid.
この貴婦人みたいな人もどこで
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. Keep fighting the good fight.
多分。あ、違う。これでじゃあたどり着けない。間違えた。あら？よっしゃ。もうすぐ。 まっすぐというか道なり。で、ちゃんとこっち側に行って、あれ分けておかないとね。はい、OK。いけないんだね。あ、こっちもいけないんだね。確かこっちにリスキーモブがいると思うのです。あれ？いない？勘違いだったかな。全然使いこなせない。雷を付着させた後どうするんだろう。効果があったのかがいまいちわからん。あれ？ここいなかったっけな？勘違いしちゃったか。ショックだ。そうかそうか。わざわざ寄り道してきたというのに。ではノースリーチのこちら辺だったっけ？
Look at this place.
Come on.
あ、いたいた。今度こそ。もう見るからにこいつだ。
Straight home now.
あるだ。
That's what I think it is. This isn't gonna be easy.
やってる場合じゃない。あ、意外と難しいんだな、これ。
To me, boy.
間違えた。間違えたな。やばいな。あれ？もしかして俺、やる前に、このぐらいで。間違えた。風には風で。逃げた。じっとしてなさい。
Rest well.
いやー。
I know I will.
ちょっとこの構成はまずいかもな。こっちはちょっとめったに使わないものにしとこう。ここをエリアルブラストにしといて、こっちをそうそう。ライジングフレーム、イグニッション。こっちを、スイートウェーブにして、こっちを、本当はこっちの方がいいんだけどね。さて。ちょっとだけ進んで。もうこんな時間か。少しだけ進んで終わる。ここは、なるほど。
Good girl.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing, we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. It would be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
結構距離あるけどよく聞こえたな。
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something
聞こえ
else.
てはないのか。黒騎士がなんかやってるぞってことだけ
You
が分かったの
fancy
ね。
dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
Welcome, stranger. Fare you well?
いやーちょっと3つつけれるのがいいけど、ちょっとこのラムーのこれな、いざって時にこうなっちゃうのが辛いんだよな。まあいいか。どうしてもと思ったら外すか。
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
あ、なるほど。ブラックシールズって
Empire? What were their 100 full legions? 100? I heard it were 1,000.
盾っていうのはロザリアの兵士のことだもんね。腹立つよね。真似されたら。お、危ない危ない。また上とこだった。おう。何回でも買えるの？
Fare you well?
もういいっす。よくわかんないから。
Run along now, before one of the boys starts thinking you're something.
You seen him, didn't you?
耳がちな
I'm sorry. The Black
ほん
Shields.
とみんなこの
Just
上
now.
着着てるな。
You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before. Was this the first time they visited the village? What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
ね、この服装って色違いでみんないろんなこの似たようなデザインの服を着てるけど、この世界なりに量産型の服装なのかな。ユニクロみたいな感じかな。
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that.
魂抜けたみたいな人。
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing.
I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way.
それはレブつらい。
These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Oh.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Swat. ちょっと一旦今日はこの辺で終わろうかな。それにしても、どこだったんだろうな。いやー、これは、むず。タイタンだったらいいんだけど。きついなぁ。もうタイタンを今から使うと、雰囲気が壊れるしな。悩ましいぜ。一回帰って、もう一回確認しよう。ちょっと、リスキーモブのもう一体を倒しておきたいんだよな。
So Martha's all right.
Yep.
こいつね、どこにいるの？イーストプールにほど近い丘、中型のドラゴン、ブローケンヒルト。ブローケンヒルト。イーストプールにほど近い。あ、イーストプール、こっちか。うん。間違えた。間違えた。イーストプールに近くて、ブローケンヒルト。ここね。はい。ちょっと一回行ってみよう。あ、野党だ。
Damn bandits. You'll regret coming here.
どこだったっけ？いきなり暴れてしまった。こっちか。 このマドック夫人の墓を荒らすやつは許さんぞ。ブローケンヒルトの丘。あ、思い出した。おじいさんとの思い出の丘だ。おぉいたいた。お、B だ。ちょっと強い。おほい。間違えた。てっきり炎だと思ったのにひどい。あ、かわされた。うん。やば。危ない危ない。見えん見えん。
there aren't any more of them.
よし。はい。じゃあ今日はこの辺で終わろうと思います。ご視聴ありがとうございました。